What's going on, Mental Warriors? Welcome back to my channel for another video. I hope you liked the last video that I did. That was an introduction, and I'm glad you're back for this one. Make sure to hit that subscribe button because you subscribe, you help me get out there, and you don't miss another video. You'll be notified. Hit the bell, and if you get any value out of this and you think that it was a good video, give it a thumbs up, and share it with someone if you think that they need to see something like this. In this video, we're going to be talking about depression, what it feels like, what are some of the signs of depression, but most importantly, what you could do besides being on medication and having therapy and stuff like that. We're talking about just certain things, little things that you can do to get, as you saw before, being in your bed and wanting to get out of being in your bed, and just little things like that just to help you get out of the bed. And it's going to be difficult more for someone else than it is for another person. I don't want you to think that I'm saying it's easy. I know myself from struggling with depression my entire life, so I'm coming to you as a friend, not as a therapist. I'm not a licensed therapist. I'm not a licensed psychiatrist or anything like that. I'm just coming to you as a friend, so you know that there's someone else who's dealt with it and has come in and out of it, but mostly knows certain ways of coming out of it, and maybe you'll learn something about depression that you didn't know before. Make sure you stick around to the end, because I have a bonus on my personal way of battling depression and getting out of depression myself. One of the little tricks. Let's get into the video. What is depression? Depression is labeled as a mental disorder or a mood disorder based on a constant loss of interest in doing activities that causes a change in your normal daily life. Now that we know what depression is, what does it feel like? And don't forget, certain people will feel different than others, so the results of what it feels like may vary from person to person because we're all different. You never know what one person feels like compared to another person. So some of the common feelings are as follows. You feel real sadness and you don't know why. You just feel sad. Constantly tired or feeling fatigued. Feeling that you may want to cry and you don't even know why you want to cry. You just want to for no reason at all. These negative thoughts just circling in your head. Negative thoughts that you just can't get rid of. This next one is a little bit ironic because even though you feel fatigued and you're tired all the time, when you lie in bed at night, you might have trouble sleeping. And in my opinion, one of the biggest signs of depression is you have no interest in doing anything whatsoever. Anything at all. Not even things that you used to enjoy. You just don't want to do anything. So those are some of the things that you may feel when you're depressed. So now, moving forward, now that we know what depression is and some of the common symptoms of what it may feel like, what are some of the things that we can do to climb up out of that depression state besides medication or therapy, besides those type of things? These are just some ways that you could hopefully on your own start to get out of depression yourself. The first one is grabbing onto that rope and starting to climb. When I say grab the rope and start climbing, I'm talking you have to force yourself. That's the first step, is grabbing the rope. Means you're willing to take that climb. Because if you're not willing to take the climb, you're not going to grab the rope. So that's what I mean by grabbing the rope, because you're going to start to climb out from the bottom, meaning depression. The next way to start to get out of your depression is baby steps. And what I mean by baby steps is anything that will get you not to lie in your bed. Something small. Something like brushing your teeth, taking a shower, making a sandwich, getting out of your bed, sitting down and writing. Doesn't matter what it is. Drawing. Anything that gets you out of that bed. And that means you're starting to climb. Okay, so this one is a little bit difficult to do, but it's necessary. When you have the negative thoughts, you need to battle those negative thoughts with the opposite of that negative thought. For every negative thought, think of the opposite. So if you're saying you're going to fail at whatever it is, force yourself right away to attack that depression, that negative thought, and say, I'm going to pass whatever that is. Or today's going to be a bad day. Today's going to be a good day. So you got to battle those negative thoughts, fight, which I'm talking about in all of this. You have to fight to do it. And that's what it is. It's a fight. But you fight those negative thoughts. It's not easy, but you fight them by doing the opposite of what that negative thought is telling you in your head. Do the opposite. This next one is important. I think a lot of people, when they're depressed, you tend to stay inside, and you want to, like before, you stay in your bed. You don't want to get out of your bed. But going on to the baby steps as well, if you do something that I think is very important, like I said, go outside. It doesn't matter if it's to the front of your house, your apartment, it doesn't matter. Get fresh air, let the sun hit. Even if there's no sun out, that fresh air, it could do something to you that you wouldn't even realize. Getting fresh air is so important that when you're in the house too long, it starts to feed on itself. So just try to get outside, whether it's to walk, like I said, your backyard, the front yard, take a walk around the block. It doesn't matter. So as I said in the beginning, I have a bonus for you, something that worked personally for me. I always found it to be helpful when I'm depressed to watch something that's funny. For me, it would be outtakes on YouTube. What you're watching me on right now is, I think, in my opinion, a good way, because humor does something to the brain. It tricks the chemicals into feeling a little bit of, even if it's a little bit of joy, it's good enough than continuing to be in the state of depression, and it might alter your brain chemicals in a way of getting out and climbing up. So I like to watch characters like maybe SNL, them breaking characters. I think that is funny as all hell to me, when they break out of their character and they're trying not, because laughing is contagious. So when you find someone that's laughing and it's a genuine laugh, you might start feeling a little bit better. Even if it's for a brief moment, it's fine. But it's something that is getting you out of that state of depression, even if it's for a little bit. So that would be my bonus of how I would try just doing something like that, viewing something that makes you laugh. So there you have it. You have some ways right there of fighting depression. I hope this video was helpful, and if you can, comment below of some of the ways that maybe I missed that you find beneficial, because then people will read them and maybe they'll try those as well. So you could be helping someone by just typing in if you agree, you know, or what worked for you, what worked and helped you get out of your depression. Put it in the comments below. And if you thought this was a good video, like it and share it with someone. You never know who you'd be helping by sharing these types of videos. So don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.